What's good, YouTube? How you guys doing? I hope the audio quality is alright. Let me know what you guys think about videos like this. I'm not considering doing this all the time. I'm thinking about doing every Saturday I do a story time video. To tell you what's going on in my life, past stories, stuff like that. Not all of them will consist of being sitting here in my car. Some of them will be on the bike, but as the winter time comes around, there'll be more vlogs like this than bike vlogs because the winter's coming. In the morning it's like 30-40 degrees, and then by 12 o'clock in the afternoon it's like 50, but the wind is so strong, it's like 5-10 mile an hour winds, that it just feels like it's 30. So it's getting to that time of the year where moto vlogs will be coming to an end, but I will keep you guys updated with videos like this. So as I look down on my phone to see what the angle is, let's get to this storytime video. So this might be a decently long video. I'm going to try to chop it down, keep it as low, not as lengthy. But if you guys noticed in my past video or a couple videos ago, the one with warning, don't tell anybody anything or whatever, I wasn't specifically directing that at any individual. I was just basically going on about certain things that have gone on in my life. And to give you guys a little bit of background of that specific video topic, I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm not going to name names, but it happened to do with a female in my life and my friends, the group of friends I was with. I hope that sun's not too bright. Oh, it's gonna suck if it is, but I'll continue. So I was dating this girl. We were dating for probably about like 10 months, and things just weren't working out. She's a very nice girl. She's very strong in her opinions and her attitude. She's very nice though, and right around the time we started dating, a couple of my friends started to like slowly push me away, it felt like. And with that being said, started dating this girl in senior year in high school, so about 4 or 5 years ago. She lived in Connecticut, so weekends I was always traveling to her. I was always hanging out with her on weekends. I wasn't hanging out with my friends as often as I was. We dated for about a year, then broke up. Then it was about 2 years we were separated, and I was hanging out with my friends a lot more often than when I was with her. And then we got back together again. Dated for about 8 months, and the same thing happened, but not as drastic. So after 8 months of being with her again, we broke up, and instantly within like 2 months, I met this other girl. And I wasn't using her as like a rebound, because back in high school, she was a pretty girl. And I'm not going to lie, she is. And back in high school, I don't know all of her relationships, but she had some poor relationships. So in my eyes, I saw she's had some poor relationships, so let me be the guy to show her that not every guy is the same way. With that being said, I started growing feelings for her. But like I said at the beginning, we dated for about 10 months. Things just weren't working out. So before anyone got super hurt, I had to end it. And it wasn't anything to do with her. It was to do with my own feelings and how I felt about the situation and things that were going on in my life. And when we first started dating, a couple of my friends actually said to me, they were like, we don't want you to do what happened when you started dating this one girl when I was in senior in high school. They didn't want to see that happen again. They didn't want to see me get hurt. They didn't want me to disappear, in quotes, from the friends group. And I tried my best to not let that happen. But unfortunately, whenever you get into a relationship at the beginning, everything's all fresh and new. So you want to spend as much time with that person as possible. Because she was already in the friends group, it was easy to mix relationship and friends together for everyone to hang out all in one. After about 4 months of us dating, I started to notice my friends slowly like turning their backs on me and one of my other friends, solely because we were the only two in the group that actually had a relationship going on. I felt like I was trying my hardest not to exclude myself from the group while they were going ahead and already assuming that I was going to and doing it for me, which is wrong. That's probably not exactly what happened, but that's how it felt. So over the course of 10 months, I slowly started to see my friends get more distant and distant. And over the past month, it really got very drastic. No one started hanging out anymore. Well, they were hanging out, but they didn't invite me and my other buddy. They started excluding us from the group. But they still would text and talk to my girlfriend, asking her if she wanted to hang out. Now, that's fine. I don't care about that. But if you're going to ask her to hang out, at least ask me to hang out. But they were trying to exclude me from the group, which is how I feel. This is not exactly what happened. Like, I don't know what their plans were or what was going through their head. That's just how I felt, and that's how I feel about it, because that's the situation I was put in. So, as we went on and on, a couple days ago, actually 4 days ago, I wound up texting my one buddy who I thought was a really good and close friend. I wanted to know what the situation was, why everybody was excluding me, why people weren't hanging out, what was the whole situation. So I texted him one day, I texted him the following day, he didn't respond. I let it go. Then yesterday on Twitter, I put out a post, a tweet, which I'll show you guys here. It said, you got a problem, fix it, or I will, or whatever I said. In no way, shape, or form was I directing that at them. That was just, or at him, or anybody. That was just me being an emotional, stupid fuck at the time, and it was just basically to set future, pretty much. Like, I wasn't talking to them, I was talking to everybody who comes across in my life that has a problem. I'll fix it for them if they can't fix it. Like, that's the type of friend I am. I'm willing to help. And my buddy told me, he sent it in the text, he was so upset about that, he thought I was threatening him. And he went on, he called me unloyal, he called me manipulative, he called me a deadbeat, and he called me something else. He called me a shitty friend. And if that's his take on me, fine. Whatever, everyone's entitled to their own opinions. But as far as I can see, I've done a lot for my friends. I've helped them out with every situation. There were certain times where it was like I was taking my own time and actually spending money to do what it is they needed me to do. So of course either they paid me back or they would actually pay me as if it was a service. And then there was times I was just helping them for the shits of it because they're my friends. And unfortunately, this specific individual has never asked me for their help, has never asked me for anything. So when they come across saying that I'm only out for myself, that's another thing he said, and I only come around when I need them, in my opinion, is a bunch of bullshit, because he has never specifically asked me for help, and I'm willing to help any of my friends with whatever it is, even if it's getting busted out of jail or whatever it is. I'm willing to help my friends. As the time went on, I also sent out a tweet, which you've already saw. It was something about 1 minute you're friends, the next... I hate fake people. 1 minute you're friends, the next minute you're not. And that statement's very true. Because my father told me, he said, 99% of the time, a year after high school, your friends group starts getting broken up, whether it be fights, college, whatever the situation may be. That friends groups rarely stick together. And we've been strong. 4 or 5 years out of high school, we've been going strong. Now, I have absolutely no idea at all why he's mad at me. I have no idea what I did to him for him to be mad at me. Hasn't explained it, hasn't said anything about it, except for saying, I don't like you, pretty much. and calling me a shitty friend. So I have no idea what the situation is. So I can't even voice my opinion to him to explain, like, hey man, I'm sorry this, I didn't mean that. That just happened. We were drunk. I can't even explain any of that because I have no idea what happened. I have no idea what time, what day, what happened when everything went sour. Not a clue. But long story short, everything all blew up yesterday. I don't know exactly what's going on. I'm hoping to find out some more information. But the moral of the story is be friends with people who give you good vibes. Don't be friends with people that will turn their back on you when a situation gets rough. You can live life without friends. It would be a rough life, but you can definitely do that. But a lot of the time, friends are what help you get through situations. And when nobody wants to talk to you or listen to what you have to say, and they're so one-sided, single-minded, it's difficult to get through to them. So if that's the case, most of the time they're not a good friend to start off with. Your best friends, no matter how far away they are from you, will always be on your side, will always help you in a situation. I have a buddy who lived here his whole life. I grew up with him. We went to we met in 6th grade, and out of high school, he wound up moving to Colorado with his to go live with his brother to start a career. I haven't seen him in probably a year. And before the last time I saw him, it's probably been like 2 or 3 years since I've seen him. And he's not anywhere near the situation. He has no idea what's going on. But he still communicates with me. He still reaches out to help me. He's reached out to everybody to help them. And that's a friend. That's somebody who you want on your side. That's somebody who's going to be there for you through thick and thin. You can't trust a lot of people. And the people you can trust is family and people that you choose to trust. People usually you grew up with. Those are the people you can trust. And one last thing before I take off here. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. Give me situations that you've been in, how you've handled it. I know a lot of people have been giving good advice and have been commenting in a lot of the videos lately. I appreciate that, guys. Share the video, get other people involved. Not in my situation, but get people involved in the comments. And let me know what you guys think. If you fucking can't stand shit like this, trust me, I can't either. But let me know what you think. But as this lady or man or whatever staring at me, I'm gonna call it a day. So that's it for me, guys. Stay beautiful. Peace.